Hey everyone, Blueset here, and welcome to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. This time I'm doing a separate recording session with OBS. And this is actually pretty good. You can actually now see my mouse cursor. Woohoo! And also too, I can see my voice level, so I know exactly when I'm being too soft or too loud. So, first of which, reason why y'all didn't see the previous episode is because, well, okay, let me explain. First of which, I have no shame. Money, lots of magical items. Because I have no shame. Because I know exactly what's going to happen within the next episode or so, or at least the next chapter. And yes, you probably could tell, I've already ran out some of my potions I bought. Which is not good. So yeah, that's the situation I'm in. But it gets worse. How much worse? A lot of worse. Because, oh boy, I goofed hard. I goofed so hard, it's not even funny. So yeah, I bought quite a lot of stuff, trying to make sure things are done. And things are not done by like a long shot. So first of which, I didn't really buy, well, let me explain. I cheated, yes. That's where the shame comes in. I cheated to get all this money. Because money is so hard to get, by chapter 5 you're starting to get access to a lot of expensive items that you can't normally use. And that's a problem. So, this is why I have no shame. But also too, Bullet of Electricity's +1 is super overpowered. And I love it. And, yeah. But that means I can't loot everything because of it. Of course, I got characters with full inventories and all that. And just inventory management, you know? Fun. Not really, it's not fun. Oh, and if you're wondering, I do have a bit of a slight head cold. So, a slight sniffling sound is what's going to happen for a while. I do apologize for that. But, yeah, we cleared out this place. And I got a bunch of magic items. You know, magic ammunition. I wish there was a quiver, you know, a quiver of holding. You know, like a scroll case or, yeah, like a ammunition case. Because that actually would help. So I'm going to loot everything that I can and go from there. And don't worry, I'm not going to take anything that's actually worth money.
You're a queer fellow. I've done had enough of this.
I thought I'd put that to seldom. Okay, while I'm explaining, going around and looting stuff,
I've done had enough of this.
let me explain what's happened thus far. So far, I had killed off most of the people in the camp. And that's pretty much where I'm at this point. There's nothing special about it, it's just, that's just where we're at right now.
I'm here to help.
Pretty much,
I'm gone.
we killed everyone in the camp before going after the bandit leaders.
At once.
And, you know, we found some nifty documents. Oh, I did already loot this
At
place.
once.
I looted some of the places here. Not all of them, but some of them.
This way.
Let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot taken care of. That's for sure. But in terms of everything else to be done, Yeah. So,
I'm here to help.
what needs to be done here is, first which, the scrolls. The scrolls that actually has letters. First which is this letter. Tazok. I hope that everything moves along smoothly. I have written to give you instructions from our superiors. I have been told that a small band of mercenaries might cause the Iron Throne some trouble in the future. You are to ensure that they don't live to upset our operations. Obtain the services of the assassin Nibble. He should serve you well. Daveron. Now, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but that's the first letter. The second letter is Tazok. I have noticed that your shipments of iron have slowed of late. It is imperative that we receive another ton of ore. Step up your raids and get a shipment to our base in Cloakwood within the next week. We need to stockpile as much ore as possible before our ultimatum is given. Also, Saravog wants to know what has happened with the band of mercenaries. Have they been killed? You had better ensure that they have been, as Saravog will not take kindly to any other news. Already we know who's going after us, who's been sending after the people to kill us. It's Saravog. But who is Saravog? I already know who he is because I played through the game before. But this is a new mystery now. So that's where we're at this point. And pretty much... Ooh, flame arrow. See, this one thing I actually did miss was some... flame arrow would actually be such a good item to have.
You be quiet.
Oh, I did not kill this guy.
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
Alrighty, so it looks like we pretty much found everything that is findable here. And we are going to explore just a little bit more in this area to find a few more things, hopefully, as part of exploration. Okay, looks like we have explored practically everything that's explorable in this entire map. So what I'm going to do is head back to Baragost. That's going to be our best place to... Oh yeah, we traveled for like a day.
At once.
So I'm going to rest at an inn and then go and buy and sell some stuff. Or mainly sell, because, well, I've already cleaned out most of the town at this point. Oh, these are the gauntlets of weapons expertise. This is beautiful. Okay, so weapons of expertise gives bonuses to damage and to hit. Every single last warrior can use it. I'm giving it to my main character because this helps so much. No matter what he's holding, it gets a +2 to damage. Yeah, +2 to damage and a +1 to Thaco, making his Thaco incredible. Okay, so I thought I got the a weird item to begin with. This is a cursed ring. It's normally called the cursed ring of slight monstrosity, monsterism, or monstrosity. This is simply known as the Iron Throne. This wrought iron band is pitted and stained as if by acid. Between the two thorns formed by the band, a crude lump of silver on its head suggests the image of a skull against a black field, perhaps a symbol of Merkel, Lord of Bones. So this is a cursed ring. Equipping it changes the wearer's appearance to a zombie. Charisma is reduced by 4, or set to -4, I don't know. and may only be removed with a cursed spell. Remove curse spell. So that's actually good to know, because that actually suggests there's going to be a problem down the road.
At once.
I can make whatever you wish for a wee little bit more than me competition.
That's a big shoot +1. That's a regular short sword +1. Those are our arrows of ice. Arrow piercing. Oh. Arrow of piercing is a +1 enchanted weapon that gives a Thaco +4 and does 6 additional piercing damage on a successful or on a failed save versus death on the enemy. This is actually pretty nice. It actually is very powerful. And of course, acid arrows is a +1 arrow. Okay. This is the dead shot +2, known as the longbow of marksmanship. Also known the dead shot. Driven by years of rivalry, the Dukes of Spandelion and Delthantil decided to organize a private contest that would proclaim the better archer between them. Both boasted the power of their magical bows, but that wasn't enough for Edwald Dest, Duke of Spandel, or Spandelin. He arranged for the theft of his opponent's bow, and on the day of the contest, he couldn't help but gloat in his advantage. The Duke of Delthantil, known only as Raymond, demanded a demonstration of Edwald's skill on a scarecrow that he had placed. Edwald Dest drew his longbow and released the arrow with determination, not stopping to think how uncannily the target resembled himself. The missile split the large voodoo doll's head in twain, and at that moment, Edwald's head did much the same. This is a +2 longbow, giving a Thaco a +2, damage Thaco +3, damage +2, speed factor of 5, and only requires a strength of 6, which is actually very useful. And that's just a mage robe of fire resistance. Okay. That's it? Okay, well then, let's sell a few things, because I have a few things here that needs to be put away. Oh, she had a Phantom Scalp. Shit. Don't need the plate mail or all this. Much lighter. Don't need that. Okay, Miz could use it. It reduces his Thaco, but it does not improve his damage. It actually reduces his damage. I am currently at a loss. I mean, it's such a good longbow, but thieves can't use longbows. They can only use short bows. I wish they could use longbows, so that way I could give this to, like, Imoen, but they don't. I guess it's just the fact that it's too big and it's going to be in the way. So, yeah. Alright, so here we are at the Cloakwood Forest. And we are
I'm here to help.
to find one particular item. It's supposed to be a cloak. I think we're supposed to also get said cloak as well. From a particular group known as a Tosai. Which, those are wargs. Holy shit.
Only what you deserve. No!
Oh, wargs give a lot of experience points. Okay, good. Good. That helps a lot, you know? Ah, I gotta sneeze. I am so sorry. Okay, so we're to find the tall size. They can actually be found here. Now, if you're wondering, yes, we are skimming through the game because not a lot of exploration is going to be done during some points of the game. But there are going to be important stuff to happen. Like, I actually went to the back of the map when I'm not supposed to be. No, seriously, that's like one way to skip past most of the game, is just bypass most of the content here.
At once.
But actually, we do need to explore this whole thing, because there's some specific weapons we could get here that we can't get anywhere else. And it's a good idea that we actually do certain things. That's a warg. Okay. Whoa, they move fast. What's Vince doing?
For justice! At once. What can I do to help? At once.
Okay, this is a clearinghouse. There is an actual specific event that you can actually do in this game. You can actually do several things. This actually does affect Chapter 5.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, this guy here. He has a specific Bastard Sword that actually goes against shapeshifters. This is an incredibly useful sword against doppelgangers, which is available later in the game.
You there! Identify yourself!
Oh, I apologize for my rudeness. I mistook you for someone else. Let me introduce myself. I am Aldeth, Sachenstar. You must understand that at the moment I am under a terrible amount of stress. You see, my dear sir, there is a group of uncouth savages that have declared their intentions of killing my friends and me. I've been holed up in this cabin for several days and have lacked the wherewithal to try to make an escape. Perhaps you kind folks would help a fellow in trouble. Yeah, sure, why not? Good. I'm glad you had the sense of decency to help a man in my situation. Let me explain my predicament. My friends and I come here every year to do some sport hunting. Sporting is not a good thing. Hunting for food is good. But trophy hunting, that's a problem. This year, however, a group of woodland savages threaten us with bodily harm if we do not stop our hunting trip. Being civil men, we realize that it is well within our rights to hunt where we damn well please. After a few more days of hunting, the crass woodmen lost all pretense of humanity and murdered Elban, one of my oldest friends. I'm sure that they plan to attack our cottage here, so we best be prepared. Oh, we're in formation, okay.
I have no quarrel with those who respect my forest.
Oh, okay. Here's an interesting tidbit. This is actually part of the Druid Circle that you hear us with. This gets added on much later, like a community mod, but it's actually important because they recognize Jahira. Trespassers and butchers of our wood, I, Sinead, have come to administer the punishment that you have brought down upon yourselves. Yet who are the ones that stand beside you? With them we have no quarrel. It is now to you that I speak. These men have most likely duped you into protecting their sorry hides. They have most likely not told of the druid that has slain in cold blood. I will allow you to rethink your earlier decisions and leave these men to their deserved fate. Do not listen to these slavering wild men, my dear friends. They lie as befits the uncultured barbarians that they are. Oh, okay. Okay, I just fully read number 1, which is funny. Sorry, Aldeth, but we're siding with the druids. They have the great aloe vera balm they are giving away samples of, and my armor has been chafing a bit, you know. Okay, we can pick number 2. Don't you think you're being rather harsh, Senyad? We can't just let you murder Aldeth. Come now, why don't we come to a peaceful solution? You have made your choices, fools. Now you will suffer together with your hunter friends. What the hell just happened? Oh, he did call lightning. Fuck!
As you direct.
You need me?
Okay, so what is that in the community mod there's a way to where you can actually change the situation where both sides survive and recognize Jaheira, the game is still being faithful to the point where it's saying, no, Jaheira circles from Tithir, and I forgot about that. Okay, I give you my gratitude for the aid you have given us. If you ever travel to Baldur's Gate, come to the Merchants League estate. I will aid you in any way I can. Now take that small token of my appreciation. Noble assistance. Okay. We have the character level up. Oh, we have Donier and Imoen level up. Level up. Level her up. And we're gonna add 15 to wait a minute. Okay. So 15 5, let's add 10 to that. That'll be 80 and make them both 80. Okay. So at this point, she needs about like 2 more levels before she can move on to being a mage, which is fine. In actuality, that's actually pretty good. Her lore is now 22, which is fantastic. Donier leveled up. She can now use 1 more additional slot for level 1 and 2 spells, which is good, and lore increased by 3. They really are tagging each other neck and neck. I don't really mind that, it's just I do find it annoying after a while. Oh, he gave a potion of heroism. Yeah, if you sided with the druids, you actually do kill the guy and get his yeah, you do get his sword, which is a bastard sword.
Huh?
These druids have ooh, hello, what is you? Yeah, the only one who actually had something would have been the druid. And don't know what that is. This Ring of Animal Friendship, the Druid's Ring. Okay, this allows me to charm animal. Lasts for 2 hours. Range of 40 feet. Oh, it has 15 charges. Okay, it's a unique ring. Minsk can actually do that by himself. Let me look at the abilities here. Minsk could do it. In fact, his specifically is Charm Animal. Jaheira can't. She can't until much later. In fact, doesn't really say. Okay. Alright, yeah, she's just a level 3. She's looking to level up as a druid real quick. Everything else is going to be fighter. Yeah, when I say thieves gain levels pretty fast, I was not kidding. Based on the experience points she needs to level up, in fact, considering for Donier, we're looking at Donier looking at leveling up pretty much soon. Well, not really soon. So 9,772. Imoen will level up by then. She'll be a level 6. Jaheira will level up quite a lot from that. Minsk will level up once. Khalid will level up once, and I will level up once. Okay. That was painful, to say the least.
Yes.
Okay, so that was a useful item. And, yeah.
I'm here to help.
And this is an actual cabin, so let's
I'm gone.
let her do her thing, because she now has an 80 on her points. Ooh, nice. Nice stuff. Okay. I see what we have here. We have another elixir of healing, which Khalid could definitely use, and this is a potion of vulnerability. I am very much inclined to have Khalid use it, because he could definitely use it. But even though he has a -4 armor class, that just makes it very hard for him to get hurt. The armor class equivalent to 5th edition, since everyone starts with an armor class of 10 and going up is better. A 0 armor class is equivalent of having an armor class of 20. And a -4 makes it about a 24. If not, it's about a 25. All that means is it just makes it harder for the opponents to actually hurt him. But he has an armor class of 1 as is. I have an armor class of 1. I need somebody who can use it that actually has less than that. Okay. I mean, Khalid could use it. It only gives him maybe a -5. I probably could use it, and it will probably give me like a -2. To be honest. I mean, I know these things. You know, I know that this is an arrow of ice and a arrow of flame. You know, flame arrow.
I'm here to help.
Okay, so we still need to find the Tulsi that is actually around still. And they actually are south of here. We need to find the Tulsi because that will actually round out this episode. We need to find the Tulsi because they actually have a specific cloak we can find and have. And why don't you know, there they are. Tulsi are pretty much weak. They're pretty much cannon fodder enemies. Just random loot. Don't need any more of those scrolls. Some missiles are always fun. The reason why we need to find them is because there's a cloak. It's not a cloak of charisma. Oh, that's an ogreling. That's a lot of ogrelings. And don't worry about it, he'll come back. Why don't you know he came back?
For the fun!
Only what you deserve.
They only have just meek loot. Or I really should be saying meager, not meek. Okay. Yeah, at this point in our levels, we should be fighting much more powerful enemies to begin with, because we are a 5th level party, roughly. Actually, we're rounding to be about a 4th level party, actually. I always keep being surprised by that sound. I always am. Okay, this is the group of Tulsi. Oh my god, that's a lot of Tulsi. Like I said, Tulsi are pretty much cannon fodder. Wow, a lot of them stacked up on the same one. It's a potion of insight. What does this do? Wisdom 18? That's not bad. And here we go. This is the cloak he was talking about. We don't know what it is. In fact, we do know a guy who has a cloak. In fact, why did Minska decide to run forward? Now I'm still keeping hold of that particular thing. We're gonna head over to Beargost
At once.
and head over here, and we're gonna return the cloak. Hopefully, rest up as well, because I think there's like a few items we can sell as well. I hope. I know that the next episode we're gonna have let's see here. Yeah, next episode we're definitely going to continue through with the Cloakwood Forest and pretty much get a few more levels out of it in the process. There's one particular spot we do need to go through, and that's to get the a particular infamous
At once.
item, which has a very
What's best? Taste of hard chili.
Good on you if you saved the day.
okay. Here we go. Put anything away, you damn fool! I'm a bleeding tourist attraction around here. There's money in that. Losing this old cloak was the best thing that could have happened to me. No more hacking and slashing way through life. Nah, I've got it easy now. Keep the damn cloak and good riddance.
I need a swig of some strong dwarf.
Okay, so he doesn't need the stuff. So I'm actually gonna sleep and pretty much save it here. Next episode, we're going to continue through with the Cloakwood Forest and get towards the Cloakwood Mines, or at least the Cloakwood Base. And hopefully, we'll find the answer that we were looking for. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.